I'm CJ Peterson of cjpetersonwrites.com, and welcome to the Treehouse. Today's story we're going to be reading is going to be Curious George's Dinosaur Discovery. Now, before we get there, of course, we got to meet our resident little guys, Chief and Sarge. Now, for this fun adventure through the dinosaur discovery, they decided to wear their dinosaur shirts. So, this is Chief. Chief was brought to us in September of 2019 when we adopted him. He loves many things like cuddling and chilling and laying back and reading and writing. But you know what else he loves? Dinosaurs. He thinks they are very cool. Then there's also Sarge. Sarge is our own resident little Curious George. He came to us in July of 2019, and of course he loves dinosaurs as well. That's why they're on his shirt. Together, they are the adventures of Chief and Sarge. You can find their real-life adventures on the website under the tab Chief and Sarge, and that's cjpetersonwrites.com. Stay tuned. We are also working for a children's book with them in case it's not already out. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, if you see us about going out on any of our little adventures, feel free to ask to have your picture taken with them, and you can find yourself on their webpage as well. Now, to our story, Curious George's Dinosaur Discovery. This is George. He was a good little monkey and always very curious. George loved to go places with his friend, the man in the yellow hat. One of their favorite places to go was the Dinosaur Museum. Do you guys have a museum near you guys? Have you ever explored it? Maybe something you might want to check out maybe this summer. Today is a special day, George's friend said. We're going to do something very interesting. George was curious. What could be more interesting than a trip to a dinosaur museum? The man with the yellow hat led the way through the museum. George wanted to stop and look at the dinosaur bones, but his friend kept going, so George kept following. Finally, they walked right out the back door. Well, that doesn't sound like very fun, do you? Want to keep going? I say, yeah, let's keep going. A van was waiting for them outside. Climb in, George, said the man with the yellow hat. George looked out the window as the van drove off. Where could they be going? At last, the van reached a rocky quarry. Dozens of people were there. Some were digging with shovels, others were using pickaxes, and other kinds of tools. I know where they are. Do you guys? What about you guys? They think they have a pretty good idea where they are. Do you? Let's find out. Surprise! George's friend said, we're going to help the museum scientists dig for dinosaur bones. How cool is that? George was curious. Were there really dinosaurs buried in the quarry? He ran over for a better look. Hello, said a friendly scientist. Are you here to help with the dig? George watched the scientist work. She dug up some dirt and put it in her sifting pan. It took a long time to sift it, and in the end, no dinosaur bones. Oh well, she said, time to try again. But the next pan was empty too, so was the next one, and the one after that. George yawned. So far, digging for dinosaurs was not as exciting as he expected. George was curious. Could he help find the dinosaur bones? You would pick up the shovel, wouldn't you? He said, yeah. He and Chief together probably definitely would. He found a spare shovel lying nearby. He dug and dug, but he didn't find any dinosaurs. When he climbed out of his hole, George spotted another scientist. He was dusting something with a small brush. Oh well, the scientist said, it's not a bone, just a rock. George wanted to help. He picked up the brush and went to work. But it turns out that monkeys are not very good at dusting. It looks like he mostly just kicked up a lot of dirt and dust. As he hurried away from the cloud of dust, George bumped into a wheelbarrow. Maybe there were dinosaur bones in it. He climbed up and looked inside, but the wheelbarrow was awful tippy. Uh-oh. Crash! George, the wheelbarrow, and a whole lot of dirt went flying. Hey, someone cried, what's that monkey doing? George scampered away, straight up the cliff. Monkeys are good at climbing, so George kept going, higher and higher. I think he was scared. I don't blame him. When he got to the top, he accidentally knocked a stone over the edge. The stone hit another stone, which hit another stone. And another. Oh no, it was a rock slide. The man with the yellow hat called for George to come down. George wanted to climb down, but he was afraid the scientists would be angry with him. But the scientists didn't look angry. Look, one cried, pointing. Look what the monkey just uncovered. George could hardly believe what he saw. Dinosaur bones. He did it. He discovered the dinosaur bones. After that, the dinosaur dig was even more fun. George helped the scientists dig and sift and dust and take photographs of the bones he had found. The next time he and the man with the yellow hat visited the dinosaur museum, George got to see his own dinosaur on display. How cool is that? Do you guys like dinosaurs? What's your favorite one? What's you guys's? He says it's the T-Rex. He likes the big guy. What about you? Sarge likes the pterodactyl. I kind of am partial to the brontosaurus. What's yours? Maybe look around, see if you can find a museum near you and check it out and find out all sorts of cool stuff about history. So thank you for listening to Curious George's Dinosaur Discovery. I'm CJ Peterson of cjpetersonwrites.com, and this is Chief and Sarge from the Adventures of Chief and Sarge. You can find them using their handle on social media at CHIEF, the letter N, SHRGE. Until next time.